just with love and sanity, she'll reappear and rescue me. I fall into her undefeated hand.
Yep, it's got that.
Yeah, he's got you covered.
Well, feel free to walk in, guys. Everything's out in the back.
Well, thanks for coming out today on a beautiful day at the Consulate General's house, John Matara. We'd like to thank him for having us. And thanks for coming out to the Things to Do LA event. We really appreciate it. Don't know if you guys have been listening, but I'm sure you have. But Greg Johnson here has been playing some amazing music. Don't know if you know, but you're actually on New Zealand soil right now, so you've actually made a trip to New Zealand. How many people are actually from New Zealand? Look at that, we got a lot of Kiwis out here.
Hutia te rito te hare ke kei hea te kohuma koe ko. Ki mai ki ahau, hea te mea nui o te ao. Mā koe ki atu, he tangata, he tangata, he tangata. Tihei Māori ora, tēnā koutou katoa. In a very popular proverb in my country, what is the most important thing in the world? I say it is people, it is people, it is people. Greetings to everyone, and especially to the people who are new to New Zealand. Welcome to all of the New Zealanders here, tēnā tātou katoa, and to all the rest of you, tēnā koutou katoa. My name's John Mataira. I'm the New Zealand Consul General. The office is called the Consulate General. The officer is called the Consul General. And it's my great pleasure to welcome you here today. Thank you very much for coming. I just want to say a few things about New Zealand. I don't want to bore you too long about the history or the economy, but I wanted to give you a flavour of what we're about for those people who don't know that we're just a little bit more than the Lord of the Rings. Which I must admit has been a great advertisement for our country. It's been fantastic for our tourism industry. Tourism New Zealand people are here. Thank you very much for your contributions, and they'll be perhaps introducing some activities later, and maybe some games or a quiz, so we'll look forward to that. I also have some others to thank before I get into my very boring speech. Air New Zealand, the wonderful concierges from Air New Zealand who welcomed you at the door. Thank you very much, guys. New Zealand Natural ice cream. Have you had any yet?
Yes.
Well, it's here somewhere. I'm not exactly sure, but it's absolutely delicious. And they have 1, 2, 3 stores in the LA area. I hope you get to visit them sometime, and I think you may have a gift certificate in your little bag of goodies when you leave. So thank you very much to New Zealand Natural. 42 Below, the fantastic vodka in the back at the vodka tent. The Fiji Hour is my personal favourite. Get some of that. Nobilo Wines, some of the wine you have, you've been trying is from Nobilo Wines, one of New Zealand's premier vineyards and wine companies. And New Zealand Bloom provided the lovely bouquets and flowers that you see in front of you. Thank you again. New Zealand, just a few factoids. I won't bore you with too much of the detail. In the southwest Pacific, near Australia, about the same size as California, but only 4 million population, so about the same population as Puerto Rico. 40 million sheep and 4 million people, 10 times more sheep than people. I'm sure you're all aware of that. But we have a lot of high tech as well, and we're exporting a lot of manufacturers and intellectual property around the world. We have a very active biotech industry, for example. In San Diego, we have a number of New Zealand companies, and some of our New Zealand representatives here are representatives of that community in San Diego. I welcome you gentlemen and ladies here today. Thank you very much for coming. We're moving into a number of other exporting areas. It's part of my job to promote trade and investment promotion to New Zealand, as well as migration and immigration to New Zealand. For any of those who want to know more about New Zealand, there's a website, the New Zealand Now website, that you can go to find out how easy it is to immigrate to New Zealand. It's a beautiful country, as I'm sure you've seen on television and on the Lord of the Rings. It really does look like that. So you click some advertising, and everyone goes to Australia and they go to New Zealand on the way back, and very often they come back and they say, I wish we had spent 2 weeks in New Zealand and 1 week in Australia. Instead of the other way around. But they still enjoy Australia, so thank you very much. It's a beautiful country. Discovered by Polynesian explorers. The first discoverer of New Zealand was perhaps 1,000, 1,200 years ago from eastern Polynesia. The Polynesians, as you all know, are poly-Asian, came originally from Malaysia, India, somewhere around there, Southeast Asia, migrated, this side, migrated across the Pacific to Samoa about 3,000 years ago. And that's where the corner of Polynesian starts, Samoa, and then to Hawaii and eastern Polynesia. And from there, around Tahiti to New Zealand about 1,200 years ago. First Europeans arrived 1769, correct me if I'm wrong, the scientists, please. 1769, Abel Tasman from the Netherlands. Tina, my PA, who's here. Tina, put up your hand. Tina? Thank you very much, Tina. She advised me against it. Anyway, I'm also very proud of my European antecedents, mostly from Germany. A German Jewish guy deserted from a ship in the early 1900s. His name was Goldschmidt, nice German Jewish name, and changed his name to Goldsmith after the First World War. And on my English side, a deserter from the English Navy, this time, Phil Harrison. So, but I'm very proud of them nevertheless. Anyway, thank you very much for coming. I'll leave it at that. And in Māori tradition, I have to sing a song. Now, if I make a formal speech, I have to sing a song. Now, I should just briefly explain the song. It's a very iconic, very old song. And it tells the story of two star-crossed lovers in the tourist town of Rotorua in the middle of New Zealand, and you'll all have to visit Rotorua as well to see where this story, true story, took place. There's an island in the middle of Lake Rotorua called Mokoia Island, and the guy from the wrong side of the tracks, it's always the rich girl and the guy from the wrong side of the tracks. He lived on the island, and she was from a very rich neighborhood on the mainland. And of course their parents forbade them to be together. And of course she ignored her parents. And every night she would swim out to the island. He couldn't swim. She would swim, and she would fill calabashes, which are like melons, with their flotation devices, and swim out to the island about a kilometre, not Phelps, territory, but still a fair swim. And they would meet secretly, and eventually, I mean, we always romanticize these things, and it ended badly, and she was sent off to private school on the East Coast somewhere. But it's a beautiful song, and we're going to try and sing it for you now. O kare kare ana, ngā wai o Rotorua, whiti ati koa hine, marino ana e. Please join in if you know the words. stands for rugby football. This is the iconic war dance from New Zealand, the haka.
Come on, John, give that shit. He's bigger than me. Oh, hey! Ring your bucky here. Why, tucky here. Oh, come up there, cola. Oh, come up there, cola. Oh, tenete, tanata, puru, hurudana, etiki, my fucker, vititera. Oh, hupane, hupane, vititera. Hey!
Game works is pretty simple. We need 3 volunteers again, and they're going to say a New Zealand phrase, which Danny is going to read out in his American accent, and then you are going to give us your best Kiwi accent. Now, everyone in the audience, I need you to pay attention as well, because you're actually going to be deciding the winner at the end of the game. Yes. Oh, and also, sorry, Kylie will be giving the correct accent at the end of each round. Come on, you know it'll be fun. Okay, so thank you, Danny, with the first phrase.
Okay, the first phrase in my generic American accent is, "Hey cuz, pass the tomato sauce for my fish and chips."
Hey cuz, you pass the tomato sauce for my fish and chips?
Are you supposed to?
Hey, cuz, pass the tomato sauce for my fish and chips.
Talk like a New Zealander.
Hey, cuz, pass the tomato sauce for my fish and chips.
3 very good attempts. Okay, now Kylie, the correct answer.
Hey cuz, pass the tomato sauce for my fish and chips.
Okay, so hopefully you're listening to everyone.
Okay, the second one. Did you see Vertori hit the 6 in the cricket last night?
Did you see Victoria hit the 6 in the cricket last night?
And Kylie.
Did you see Victoria hit the 6 in the cricket last night?
Oh, so everyone's doing pretty well.
Okay, number 3. I can't be bothered going to the dairy.
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 And the correct answer.
I can't be bothered going to
Do
the
my
dairy.
best.
Okay.
All right, number 4. The surf was really mean this morning at 7:15.
The surf was really mean this morning at 7:15.
She's really good at this.
The surf was really mean this morning at 7:15.
The surf was really mean this morning at 7:15.
A little Scottish in there.
Nice.
Scott.
I love the enthusiasm.
Bit of Irish in there, I think. The surf was really mean this morning at 7:15.
7.
All right.
Oh, that's Australian.
Okay, number 5. I just got a sweet as bike. It is made of aluminum, not sweet ass, but a sweet as bike. It is made of aluminum.
I just got a sweet ass bike. It's made of aluminium.
I just got a sweetest bike. It is made of aluminum.
Aluminum. That's all I got. I caught that one. It's the best.
I just got a sweet ass bike. It's made of aluminium.
Oh.
Yeah, we have an extra syllable to aluminium. I'm not sure where the difference, aluminum, aluminium, but...
And this one fits me perfectly. Number 6. Can you pass the mirror? I'm the best looking woman in New Zealand.
me the mirror? I'm the best looking woman in New Zealand.
Can you pass me the mirror?
Do it, Mike.
The whole thing.
Can you pass me the mirror? I'm the best looking woman in New Zealand.
Believable.
Excellent.
And Kylie for the final answer.
Can you pass me the mirror? I'm the best looking woman in New Zealand.
Woo! Okay, so that was the last one. Thanks to everyone. We loved your New Zealand accents and your enthusiasm. So now it is up to the crowd to decide who had the best New Zealand accent.
That's it. Come on.
Well, I think without a doubt, it is contestant number 1. And thank you very much.
I've been behind the table over there serving drinks to you guys. I hope you enjoyed them. Anyway, I was on American Idol this season with David Cook, so that's why I'm up here, I guess. Kind of. Part of the reason why they're allowing me up here. Anyway, I'm going to do a cover song you guys probably are all familiar with.